What is up, gang? We're back with another Tip from T Tuesday, and today we're gonna do a breakdown on how I make my simple ingredient homemade protein bars. The protein that I do use is always gonna go through what you see a cold processing or a low temperature processing. With protein powder, it can get tricky on getting a quality source because just like with fast food, sometimes the food that we consume goes through heavy processing and it doesn't necessarily ensure the best quality on what we're putting into our body. Simple ingredients, we're gonna do some regular salt, almond butter. Almond butter is really great because when you're looking at the ingredients, this is literally single ingredient almonds. This is Good and Gather. I get it from Target, one of my favorites. Regular salt, coconut oil or butter, your preference. I do both actually. It gives a good consistency because there's also 2 layers of this bar, and having both is just another source of just extra health fats. I use sweetener, and of sweeteners that are out there, some sweeteners are more inflammatory than others. So I use a combination of erythritol with monk fruit, and that way, because monk fruit by itself is super sweet. Having the combination, I'm able to basically limit having 2 sweeteners separate, and I can just use the same source. So very simple. Now, of the ingredients, the worst one that I do use is semi-sweet chocolate chips, and I only use a little bit. I made the mistake of not getting the mini ones last time I went to the store, so I have the big ones, but it's okay. Of the ingredients used. Like I said, I use butter. I need to do a better job of getting a better sourced butter instead of just some bullshit Land O'Lakes. But, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Why is this being so complicated? Okay, there we go. Nope, not almost. One time I was making these, and I guess I can get all the paper off. And literally, I bit into one, and there was a piece of butter paper in my freaking protein bar. It was horrible. All right, 1 stick of butter. We're gonna melt this down. All right, so boom, butter. I like to go. My brain wants to go all these different areas. I'm gonna go in order. Melted butter, almost all the way. Now we're going 1 cup of almond. 1 cup of almond butter. Yeah. A generous cup of almond butter. Okay. Thank you. It also makes it easier to mix together when I put it in with the powder. That's why I like to have, like, the almond butter's already running, but what am I saying? The almond butter is already running. But with the melted butter, it makes it easier to mix. All right, I'm gonna need this again. So I'm gonna put that right there. That melted butter blended. Okay. Boom. All right, onto our powders. 2 scoops protein powder. And again, the biggest thing you want to focus on is your protein powder. Whether you're baking, whether you're making a no-bake protein bar or you're drinking it, low temperature processed, cross-flow microfiltrated. All that means is it's not being processed at high heats, just like fried chicken versus baked or grilled, and it's not going through ionic exchange, meaning there aren't chemicals being added in to break down this liquid milk into a powdered form of protein. So, half cup of sweetener. I don't know where my half cup is, so we're doing a quarter twice. And honestly, because it's the monk fruit and the erythritol together, I don't even really do a full half. I do a little less because I don't need these too sweet. Half tablespoon of salt, which powders are mixed together. All these together. Okay, we need this for the top layer. We'll mix all this together. This is what the consistency should look like. Definitely helps me to not snack on the bullshit that I know I shouldn't be doing, but I'm also in control of the ingredients, which I think is huge. Sometimes you look at recipes, or not recipes, you look at the nutrition facts on protein bars or, you know, sweet treats, or even like some things that are like health conscious snack options, and then it's still filled with like all these BS extra ingredients that we don't need. You know, these protein bars are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients. I have a massive sweet tooth, so I want what I'm eating to satisfy that. Now, the thing I like most about these protein bars, which shout out Enza for this ingredient, or this recipe, is you don't have to have a massive piece to satisfy that sweet tooth. Okay, put this in the fridge to cool down. It's not hot, but I guess the butter kind of makes it hot. All right, that's in the fridge. Now we're gonna go second layer. Go right here with it. Boom, boom. Almost perfectly executed. I'll be completely transparent. I have no knowledge about living knowledge that she gives on this. For the, this is roughly 3 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. Lunch intermission. And this does require protein powder. 1 scoop protein for the top layer. We're going 1/3 cup chocolate chips. Yeah. All right. I may not even use all this. Last time I did the chocolate chips on top of the top layer, so I'm trying something new. And I'm doing the chocolate chips on underneath the top layer. Before I put it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use this whole thing. 1/6 cup, half-third. Alright. Now we're going top layer. All of this flavor in my mouth. Karama, get out of here. Spinning back kicking. I'm gonna put this boy in the freezer and then we'll look at it later. And here we have the end results of this batch of protein bars. I am super excited to have this for dessert tonight.